Okay, I have come out to the beautiful Old Parliament House Rose Gardens. I am trying to take some content with my new tote design and take some video as well to really show it off. I've gotten a bit glammed up. We'll see how this goes. I'm still working out how to use this thing, and I'm realizing there's not a lot of places at a higher level for me to sit this on for filming, so let's see how we go. Okay. That's not too bad. Showing a bit of that. But if I zoom in, I might be okay. It is time for me to take some product photos of new prints that have come in, and this is what I usually do my flat lays on, so I need to get rid of all of these paints and make it presentable for some product photography. I have a pet portrait commission to sketch out. This one is gonna be a little bit tricky because I'm not working just from one photo. I've actually got multiple reference photos that the client has sent me, and they kind of want a combination, which is fine. I'm gonna be able to do it. I just means I can't sketch or do a rough sketch at first based on a single photo, which I do find easiest. I am going to have to freehand the entire sketch, so let's see how I go with that. I'll do up the sketch and then I send it over to the client, make sure that they're happy, any adjustments that need to be made before I start painting. Pretty happy with the sketch. So what the client was looking for was, they had a few reference photos and they wanted their beautiful parrot, is a gorgeous parrot, to be slightly on the side, slightly face tilted towards the viewer, and wanted to show off the beautiful like little red feathers and the blue feathers that'll peek up around here, but wanted it kind of side on profile. So I'm going to take a picture, send it off to the client and see what they think and go from there. Okay, I have just gotten home. I was a bit, there we go. I was a bit remiss in not filming before I left this morning, so these clips are going to be out of order for the blog. But essentially this morning I met up with my lovely friend Kayla, the girl who knots, and we went and checked out the Multicultural Festival here in the city in Canberra, and it was really beautiful, stinking hot. So we unfortunately didn't stay super long, and I decided not to hang around for the parade later, but it is such an amazing festival, so if you're ever in Canberra in February, definitely check it out. It's just a beautiful display of humanity. It's gonna sound so cliche, but I just loved how everyone there was super supportive of, like, we watched a few acts on stage, which I'll share in a moment. It was so nice that no matter what nationality or culture you identified with, everyone was just there having a lovely time, supporting each other, and I think that's something really to be valued in today's day and age where things can feel really divisive, very us versus them. It was really lovely to be surrounded by people who were just there to support each other as humans. So I'll show those clips now. No, I dropped off of it. At least it's not too hard. Good, I like it. It is Sunday, the 8th of Feb, and I've got to say the studio is in a little bit of a state right now. It was worse before. I didn't film when it was in complete chaos. We're a little bit more organized now, but essentially I've got less than a week to prepare for my Once Upon a Valentine market on Saturday. So I'm trying to get myself in order so I'm not rushing after work this week, and then I can just pick up and go Saturday morning. Got all the stock I need. I'm a little bit nervous that these bookish totes that I've got here may run a little bit low. I'm running a sale on my website at the moment, which I didn't expect to sell as many totes as I have this sale. And unfortunately, my supplier is based in Melbourne. I'm sure she would do me a solid and get them out the door as soon as possible. I might need to make a call tomorrow if I need to order any more, because the market I'm going to is a book themed market, so I need my book themed stuff well stocked, but so far okay. Okay, we are mid sale and I've got a couple orders that I'm wrapping tonight so I can post them off tomorrow. Someone has put in an order for 4 different totes. So the bookshop, the book dragon, our pot plants, I don't say our, it's my pot plant print, which is my most popular, both in my prints and my tote bags. Everyone loves the pot plants and I'm with them on that. And vintage bike, which I think this is the second last one I have of this, and I'm not too sure if I'm going to continue this design. And then I also have a book lovers gift set, which is the first one I'm actually preparing. It's got a tote bag, it comes with a tote, an A5 print that you can choose from a small selection on my website, a tea bag, which is in there, I've got to grab that out from another small business, and a bookmark. And this is actually, my mum ordered it to give to a friend, so I have gotten a nice fancy box and I'll put some tissue paper in it as well, to then ship it off. It doesn't usually come this fancy, to be honest, but I'm giving it the special family treatment. So packaging those 2 tonight. It is the 9th of February, which means it's Monday, and I have a market this Saturday. And the market is, I've mentioned, the Once Upon a Valentine bookish market. And I have some bookish things that I will definitely be highlighting in my stall, like my bookish totes, bookmarks, obviously. And then I have some prints that are outright about books and some that are like book vibes. I've had a lot of people tell me that my Austen print and my Into the Woods print, I'll put pictures of them up, give them like Anne of Green Gables and Jane Austen vibes. So those will be featured. But I also have these coasters that I've had for many months now. I saw them in Bunnings and I was like, oh, that'd be fun. I've always been looking for new kinds of products that I could do. And ideally, I'd love to have my art printed onto a coaster. But when I've looked into that, that's been very costly. These were 90 cents each, which is unheard of to find anything less than $1 these days. So what I've decided to do is paint them. I didn't intentionally do pink and blue. They're not gendered. I just really love the tone of these colors. I already have the paint. A really pretty soft rose pink and then a really lovely clear blue. My plan is to paint on these different designs, illustrations, and put some bookish quotes on there. I'm a big reader, so this isn't too much of a hardship for me to come up with the quotes. I've already got a list stacking up and I've got friends helping me out. And I've just stopped by Officeworks and gotten myself some more Posca paint markers because I reckon that is going to be easier for me to write on the quotes than painting it. And I got some fresh paint as well. And I also, not with me, I got a spray sealant from Bunnings. According to a Bunnings online forum, someone else has done this before me. I knew I wasn't the first. And they were recommended to use this product, said it worked. So I'm going to give that a go. Yes, it's Monday afternoon. Yes, I have a commission painting to be getting on with. And it's summer, so I filled myself up with social activities after work. See if I get there. We'll see. I truthfully completely forgot to capture me writing these. Probably for the best. I was really hunched over making sure I spelt it all as cleanly and neatly as possible, but there we go. All the words are written on the coasters, ready for some decorations and then to be sealed. I ran out of steam last night, so I'm picking up where I left off with packaging artworks and prints ready for the market on Saturday. And I think a lot of people don't realize how many steps, and even I forgot how many things that I need to do to get new prints and new artworks ready for a market. It's not just putting them in the sleeve with the cardboard backing, which if it's smaller than A3, I have to cut to size. I write up the certificate of authenticity, pricing it, which for the originals, sometimes I'm only deciding the price when I'm packaging it up. And then I also have to scan it. I like to scan all of my original works in case I'm turning them into prints. The certificate of authenticity does say, you know, the owner has the right to the original work, but I reserve the right to copy the product as I wish. They don't, so I retain that right as an artist. I've done the best I can to make that very clear and very upfront with people. For instance, like this print, the original artwork, my mum actually bought it very early on, but I've now just decided to turn it into prints because I love it, and I know other people do too. So I do that, so I have to scan it and put that onto my computer ready to turn into a printable file if I ever want to. And then I also have to put it in my phone on my Square app so that when it comes to market day, if someone purchased one of these, it's all ready to go in the system for them to just tap and pay. So as you can see, there's a lot more steps involved to this than just creating an artwork, popping it in a sleeve and heading off to the markets. I really want to give a professional and, you know, trusted appearance for my customers. So I do put the extra effort in to do all of these little things. Okay, I did not end up filming the painting process because I actually had a friend come over and we were chatting as I was painting and she was doing her own craft. But this is the finished product. I'm going to seal them tomorrow. Some I love more than others. I'll let you guess which ones I like and which ones I'm like, well, we tried something. So I will seal these tomorrow with a can of this spray. Apparently it's what the Bunnings community board said to use, so I'll give that a go tomorrow and they will be ready and we shall see if they sell. I haven't decided how much yet, but I'm going to keep it pretty cheap. Just cover costs of supplies really. So maybe $5 or $6 each. Considering, you know, the cost of buying them, buying this, the time I spent on them, but see how I'm feeling as I'm getting everything ready tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. There's one day left until the market. I'm super excited and thankfully not too much left to do now. Okay, I am back at my kitchen table because I like a little bit of space to work with. For my market this weekend, I have these book lover gift sets that I sell on my website. They haven't done really well, to be honest. A couple sold in my recent sale, but I thought, given this is a bookish market, I would put together a few sets. Normally on my website, people can choose what bookmark and what print and which of the totes they'd like in the set. But I've just pulled together some sets myself. Each set comes with a sample of a herbal tea from another local business here in Canberra. These are the last 3 of my teas, so we'll see how we go on the weekend. I'll either sell out and take that as a sign to list them again and source some more tea. Otherwise, this might be the last of my book lover gift sets. Whenever you're watching this, if you're interested, drop a comment below and let me know. It was something new that I tried out. So anyway, for the first one, we're going with the Bookshop tote, the Meadow print, the Austin bookmark, and the Calm tea. And I'm going to put them each in one of these red paper craft bags. And I'm going to use my marker to write what's inside. People can look through, of course. And then just do a little label as well to hang from the handle. This is a rough mock-up of how my table will look tomorrow for the market. I only have one small table space. I'll have my rack of totes probably on that side, on the right hand side as well. But I think that should be okay. There is enough room for the core things. I want the book lover gift sets to be featured there. I'll have my bookmarks down in here. And then we've got the coasters that I've made, notebooks, and then if the book lover sets sell, then I have some other original art, like a couple of frames that I can put up there as well. I think this is good. I think this will work. Just hit 7 o'clock at the market, and I have been so busy setting up and then wandering around looking at everyone else's stores with the authors. Oh my gosh, I'm really spending so much money on books. We're just starting to filter in, so I'll try and capture as much as I can throughout the day. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it is. Thank you. So these stack here are originals, and then these are prints. Incredible, even it's slowed down a little bit now, but it was absolutely manic for the first hour and a half. Wow. It's slowed down a little bit. Hey, how's it going? Good, how are you guys? Good. These are all of my originals, and these are prints, so you know. Usually the prints come in all 3 sizes, but I've sold out of a few. There are so many different ways to be creative, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're just talented.
Thank you. I have a little bit of talent and a lot of practice. I've been doing this for 7 years, but I've always been creating. Are you good?
I've been knocking everything. All the time.
No,
it's just me. I've been knocking everything down.
I'm diving over here. I'm testing my new microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have just under 2 hours to go. The crowds have quietened down a bit, which is good because I've had the opportunity to go shopping, and I'll show that later. I got some books and I got the most awesome 3D printed light. Still making the occasional sale. Starting to feel my energy drain a little bit, so looking forward to the day being done. It is the 20th of Feb, so I've got just about a week left in the month. I'm not sure that there'll be too much left to this vlog. It's going to be a pretty quiet week ahead, mind you. I have tipsy sketching coming up, which I must remember to film some because that is one of my most fun creative activities that I love to do here in Canberra. But I thought I would share some reflections from the market last week. It was absolutely incredible. If you couldn't tell from the snippets that I captured, I had the most amazing time. Not only was there an amazing crowd, like it was packed for the first hour and a half, which also made it difficult to do any filming because there were just people constantly wandering by and I wanted to really stay switched on and engaged and open to chat with them. You know, the numbers were incredible. People came having really beautiful conversations. I had amazing conversations with other small business owners and authors. I was next to, oh, I'm blanking on her name, but I'm going to put her name up on the screen. Beautiful local author who I got a couple of her books, which I'm really excited to read. And I got a couple of other little goodies as well, which I'm remiss to not have nearby while I'm filming this. But safe to say, it was an incredible day. I had the best day of sales that I've ever had for my business. I had a gut instinct going into the market that it was going to be a really amazing day, but I couldn't have expected the response that I did get at the market. It really lifted my spirits. If you've been around for a little while, you'll know that I've been finding it difficult here in Canberra to find good indoor markets. We don't really have that many, and the ones that we do have are either really difficult to get into, they don't really accept new businesses, or it's Old Bus Depot. And if you want to know what I think about Old Bus Depot, yeah, go watch my vlog from last year about markets and that'll tell you all that you need to know about what I think about that market right now. So the market, the book market, Once Upon a Valentine was absolutely incredible. I have begged the organisers if they do one again, I would love to be there. It has left me out of stock for quite a few prints. It was a really good test. I noticed that a lot of people prefer the smaller A5 prints compared to the bigger sizes, so that's really helpful for me because I outsource my printing at the moment. So I know that gives me a good indication to know what sizes I should be prioritising with future prints. It also has made me realise I have quite a lot of prints, and I think for the older stock ones, I'm probably going to end up taking them off my website, or I'll probably either take them off my website and give them away as free gifts, which with any order that comes through or an order of a certain value, I haven't really decided yet, or I'll heavily discount them. But some of them are already discounted on my website and they're still not moving. So I just kind of, you know, if I give them out for free for people who are already putting in an order, they can gift it to someone else. They can use it however they please, even if they just want to recycle it, to be honest. But I just need to clear out some of that older stock. The other development is I heard back from my commission client about their pet portrait. This has definitely been the trickier commission artwork. The clients are really quite particular, and I think it's a bit challenging. I imagine for them as well, this has been gifted to them. They don't know my art very well, and I think to some extent, I know they're going to be happy once they receive it. Some people find it difficult to visualize things, but it's not going to be a photo. It's not going to be an exact of what they want, especially given this bird is kind of like a chameleon. It looks different in different angles, different lighting, the feathers, the colors. So it's been a challenge, to be completely honest, to work myself up to painting, but I have started painting. That'll look here backwards, but I've started painting. I've got the base layer down. So once I started painting, I was fine, but working myself up to that took a little bit of mental work. So the rest of the month I will be continuing on that, and that'll probably keep me busy for the next week, for the end of this month. It is time to reveal the finished artwork. The first artwork for my A Traveller's Journal collection inspired by my travels to Europe. I, at the time of filming this, have not decided on a name yet. I'm going to think of one tonight before I share this with my socials, but you ready? Here it is. I am super happy with the finished result, and I think this is the perfect start to my new collection. This will be one of many artworks, so it is not going to be available for purchase until the full collection is complete. I'm still working out if I'm going to exhibit or if I'm just going to release this all as one collection at some point whenever it's finished, but one down, who knows how many more to go. Okay, we're just a bit vigorous there. As you can see, that technique gives me the softest, smoothest blend. Well, it's a little bit tricky to capture it on camera because I've got some wet paint, so it's reflecting a little bit, but it is, trust me, the smoothest blend. It is absolutely the best way I find to work with acrylics when you're trying to get that smooth blend. Although you can see here that I do have some hairs that I'm going to have to just very gently get rid of on the canvas, because these brushes that I have used, one moment, this brush here, I got secondhand just on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. Most of my big brushes actually I've gotten secondhand, so look, they're definitely not the best quality, but they do the job, and that's all I care about. So that is the first layer. It'll need at least one more. The main focus is going to be the foreground here. That's going to be my pine forest. Happy with that. Really smooth second blend. The top around here maybe just needs like a little bit, just a little bit, but not too much. I don't want to stuff this up. Just the colour's a little bit patchy. Just at the top here. Oh no, that's way too light. When a smooth blend works well, it works well, but there are risks if you try to tamper with it at this stage. Honestly, no, I'm going to leave it. I don't want to say I'm going to leave it and then I keep going. Which is very artist thing of me to do. To say that I'm going to leave it and then not leave it. I just need, that's the colour. It'll dry darker. Calm down, Julia. There was just some bits at the edge of the canvas there that were not sitting how I wanted them to. I just want to make sure it doesn't sit too harshly. Okay, leaving it. The sky's getting darker. Leaving it. I'm gonna go wash out my brushes. It is the 26th of February and the Charlie pet portrait is finished. I will also put a picture up on the screen to show you because I forgot to take some footage before I wrapped it up. It's all complete, certificate of authenticity, ready to hand over to the owners this afternoon. Very happy that I was able to get it finished in the time frame that I gave them. And yeah, really happy with the end result. I'm about to head off to Tipsy Sketching. Tonight's theme is Maiden Mother Crone. I feel like this outfit is a bit whimsical, fits the vibe, got some beautiful handmade dangly earrings in. Really looking forward to it. I'm going with a friend so we get to catch up and just paint. I've got heaps of different, when I go to Tipsy, I don't just take my watercolors, but I also will take pastels. The word escaped me for a moment. Soft pastels, oil pastels. So I'm really looking forward to just having a night of being creative, no expectations, no intentions for any of the artworks to be sellable or content worthy, but I'll bring you along. Come enjoy some Tipsy sketching with me and my friend.